So in today's video, let's talk about my most used lights, continuous lights for 2023. So hi everyone, this is Jiggie, a portrait and wedding photographer from the Philippines, and welcome to the channel and welcome to my small home studio. For you guys who are familiar with the channel, you know that this is where I do most of my shooting, and this channel in particular is more about off-camera lighting. Not necessarily just flash photography, but continuous lights like this. If you guys have been watching the videos in the course of the past few years, you will know that I've actually shifted a little bit of my lighting from flash photography to continuous lights for a few reasons. Well, number one, continuous lights are a lot easier to use. Number two, continuous lights have also become very reliable in this day and age. But of course, it's best to understand what each piece of equipment can do and why these things are not a replacement for my off-camera flash, but rather it's something very similar to lenses. You have specific lights for specific looks and for specific situations that you need them for. And these are the lights that I've used consistently for 2023. And this is not a Nanlite sponsored post. It's just that I actually like the way these lights are made. I like the way these lights perform. So it just goes to show because all I'm using is Nanlite. So let's start off with my favorite one. This is the Nanlite Forza 60B. So if there's one light that I would actually recommend for a beginner photographer who wants to get into off-camera lighting, this is the light that I would recommend. This is a bicolor light, 60 watts, and it comes in a package like this. Basically, it has all the accessories, which I'll discuss afterwards. But one of the reasons why I love this particular light is that 60 watts is more than enough for you to use continuous light properly. Because the biggest question, or the most common question that's asked of me, is that is continuous lights more than enough to replace my flash, or will continuous lights replace my flash? And as I said earlier, it will not. It serves a specific purpose. Let's say maybe inside the studio where you don't really want to shoot at high apertures. It will not replace also your flash when it comes to outdoor lighting situations. But I use it very often indoor and the moment the sun sets, and there's sometimes that even while the sun is setting, this light already comes out. Why? Because of the bicolor version. For me, it is more essential for cat to match the color of my existing ambient light when it comes to that type of situation rather than the power of my light. That's why continuous lights are perfect, and this 60 watt is perfect for those situations. And of course, if you guys know, I do use a Sony system, so high ISO is not really a problem for me. That's why I am able to shoot at night, and these things are really just fantastic to create practical lighting. And one thing that I love about this lights is that it can be powered through three ways. The first is this V-mount battery right here. So this one powers this particular light. It can also be powered using this particular attachment, NPF batteries, if you find V-mounts too expensive. And at the same time, it's got a DC or an AC power supply. Now, these things basically come with a mini Bowens mount, but it also has an attachment so you could use all your standard Bowens mount modifiers. You just attach this one here. So that's the one that comes inside the package of the 60B Mark II. That's why for me, this is actually the perfect one to buy. I think it's only about $350, but don't worry, I'll put the links in the description below. It also comes with this cool handle here for the V-mount battery. Okay, let me remove this. Okay, so if you notice, I actually have it attached to this particular modifier. And this has been one of my favorite modifiers. This is a Nanlite projection mount. What it allows me to do is project gobos in different patterns, and I can control the light. Plus, with the fact that this is a 60 watt, it's kind of weak, but if I want it a bit stronger, this one magnifies the strength of the light, so it's actually a fantastic accessory to have. Now, if you think that 60 watts is a little bit too weak for you guys, Nanlite also has this option. This is the big brother of the 60B, which is the 150B. However, it comes with, well, not however, but it does come with all the attachments that this one has. It's got a V-mount battery. It's got an adapter for a V-mount battery. It can also be powered by AC. However, it cannot be powered using NPF batteries. Why? Because 150 watts is actually a little bit too powerful for ordinary batteries. Now, even this V-mount that would power this particular light at full power will not be able to power my 150 watts. I would be needing a 26-volt battery to power this 150 watts. That's why economically it might be out of reach of some of the photographers out there, especially if you're just starting, because the battery alone will cost as much as the light, plus you still need a charger, a special charger to make that work. Now, of course, this V-mount batteries can still power this one, but not at full 150 watts. That's why I would always recommend the 60B to start off. Okay? Now, what if you want a different type of light? This is a light that I've been using very often too. This is the Nanlite 15C. I actually bring this around very often. I bring the 2-light kit because this is such a really practical light, or it's such a usable light. It's got its own modifier ready, hence it's like a strip light. It's bicolor also. It's got a built-in battery. You can also power it via AC. I have the 2-light kit for this one, which makes it perfect for those on-the-go portraits. I could just put the 2 lights here. Clamshell lighting, very easy to bring around. Now, if you want a bigger one, there's also the 30C. But for me, the 15C is already perfect for size and power. Now, as I said earlier, there's also an option for you to use these lights for studio lighting already. And that's why I've been using this one a lot. This is a new Nanlite FC300B. It's basically a full-blown studio light that's 300 watts. So here you go. It's huge. So it's no longer as portable as this, but this one stays in the studio, which is perfect for those quick portraits. Now, all these lights, as I said, this is not a sponsored video by Nanlite. It is just me appreciating the equipment that I've used so much for 2023. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you want to see how I use this equipment, feel free to check out the rest of the videos in the channel. And if you do like what you see, please do subscribe. And if you want to see some of the images that I've created, you could also find me in my social media accounts on TikTok, Facebook, and Instagram, all at Jiggie Alejandrino. Now, if you have any questions with regards to this video, feel free to leave them in the comment section below. Okay, till the next video.